Hey guys, welcome back to another video in the series I'm Turning 30. My name is Mitch, and this is a series where I talk about my life, whether that's things that have happened in the past, things that are happening at present, or things that will happen in the future, or maybe even a mixture of all three. And as you can see today, I'm going to talk about my family. I feel like doing any other topic would be kind of strange, seeing as last week I talked about my friends and how great they are, and it would be kind of strange if I just never made a video about my family. So I feel like it's only fair that I talk about them here in this video just the week after. And I want to mention something that I mentioned also in the friend video. It'd be strange to kind of say exactly who I was talking about. Obviously, it's a little bit harder with family because people in your family have specific titles and it's much easier to infer who you are talking about. And even in that case, like if someone has a specific thing, I don't think airing any type of laundry or trying to compare people's goods and how much I love them is like necessarily like a good thing or something that you should put out on the internet. Or if I was to mention anything bad, like I don't feel like that's necessarily appropriate for putting that kind of video out on the internet. So no drama or dirty laundry or clean laundry or anything like that will be said or was said in my friend's video or this one. Or at least I don't think there was. Maybe I'm wrong. So we'll start off by saying shout out to my wonderful family. My immediate family is, I think, the just above the average. I think right now the average in America is the mom, dad, and 3 kids. In my family, we had mom, dad, and 4. So I have 3 siblings, a sister, and 2 brothers. Both of my brothers are technically half brothers. My mom was married before, had them, got divorced, and then remarried to my dad and had my sister and me. I'm the youngest of the 4, and to kind of start off with talking about my family, my siblings are all great people. All growing up, our relationships, I feel like, have been pretty similar or have grown in a very positive way just our entire lives. I never felt any type of continuous negative emotion towards any of my siblings. Of course, there are days where you might fight with them or something happens between you or somebody does something that you don't necessarily agree with, but I feel like just like thinking about like our relationship through the years, it was never something that couldn't be quickly resolved or something that I wouldn't forgive them for or something that they wouldn't forgive me for. I feel like there's no like long standing like sibling rivalry or fights that we have. I will say I think our family is pretty competitive. We don't really like to lose, so when there's competitions or game nights or things like that, we're not ones to not put our best effort in and not try to win if it's something that we understand. So that might be where the most conflict comes from. But now that we're older, like I said, I'm the youngest and I'm turning 30, so we don't really like have those kinds of fights often, even with the different lifestyles and lives and beliefs that we have as we've gotten older. So shout out to my siblings. Love you guys. Thank you so much for being in my life and supporting me and just being wonderful siblings all around. And I'm glad that we can have good relationships into our adult years. All of my siblings also have kids, so I am an uncle as well. And to talk about like extended family, it is like crazy how much extended family I have. So I have, like I said, those nieces and nephews from each of my brothers and my sister. I have 10 nieces and nephews total, I believe. I think I didn't miss any. I think it's 10. And then going on with more extended family, like from aunts and uncles, my mom is one of, I believe, 11 siblings, if I'm not wrong, or one of 12. I can't remember if she's the 12th or the 11th. But she's one of 11, so I have tons of aunts and uncles, and pretty much I think all of them are married and have kids of some sort, or at least had one. I think I still have cousins that are in elementary school, and I think like my oldest cousins have kids that are in their 20s. So like I have a wide range of an extended family and a lot of people that I hang out with. And even on my dad's side, I think he's one of 5. I'm pretty sure he's one of 5. I have tons of cousins in my family and tons of people that I hung out with all the time growing up and have had kind of around me. Granted, now that we're older, a lot of people have spread out. Some people have come back, or I guess not come back, but gone to Utah, where like I would say the majority of my family is. But there are some people that are kind of spread out. But for like a lot of my childhood, a lot of that entire family was just based in Utah, and I saw a lot of them almost every year, if not like every few months. Whether it was for a party or a celebration of some kind, we did do kind of just like some type of familial thing on each side of my family. And again, just never had really any bad relationships or bad blood, at least like for me. I'm not sure about the rest of the family. I can't speak to kind of what's happened for each of them, and I'm not sure I'm even privy to that information if something has happened. But at least to me, I don't feel like there's any toxic or negative relationships towards me or me towards anybody in the family. In fact, quite the opposite, and I think it's kind of rare. At least I don't hear a lot of people talk about it or see a lot of media talk about it. I still have a few cousins that I talk to fairly often. There are even a couple that have the exact same hobbies as I do, and we talk pretty much every single week. And getting up into your adulthood, I feel like a lot of the time, and just like looking at like adults or people older than me in my life, I feel like I just didn't see them talk to their cousins a whole lot, and it wasn't like something that they did as they got older. You just kind of like, I felt like people stopped. And for me, as I've gotten older, there are obviously cousins I have maybe lost contact with or haven't talked to in a while, but there are those cousins that I talk to or I would feel very comfortable talking to about a variety of situations or any problems that I have in my life. So shout out to you guys. Thank you for being wonderful and for not having any beef with me. At least not that I'm aware of. And if we do have beef, let me know. A situation I want to highlight that I think is kind of unique about my family situation, and this isn't a dig or anything, this is just facts of kind of what happened, is I don't know my actual grandpa on my dad's side. I've never actually met him. So my dad's dad and my grandma had my dad, obviously, and then they had their separation, divorce, and I have never heard anything from this man. I don't even know what his name is off the top of my head. I don't know if he's alive. I have no idea what's going on with him, and I don't think I've ever really cared because I did have grandparents, even though it wasn't like my blood related grandparent. I never questioned it growing up, like, because there was that grandfather figure, the person who my grandma remarried, like, and had while I was growing up. Like, I was familiar with that person as my grandfather, so I never really looked to find who the actual person was and don't really care to this day. And then there's an almost similar situation on the other side. My mom's mom, I am aware of. We're friends on Facebook, I believe, but I have absolutely no memory of her. I could not draw her, tell you exactly what she looked like without like looking at her Facebook profile. I have no idea about her personality. I don't know anything about my mom's mom at all. I have no contacts really besides being friends on Facebook, and Facebook's not something that I really use that often. And yeah, we never talk. I don't really know anything about her, but like I said, my mom's dad remarried, and I always had that grandmother figure on that side and have felt no need essentially to connect with my mom's actual mom. But yeah, I think that's just something kind of unique, especially like the fact that it's my mom's mom and my dad's dad. It's just kind of like a funny situation to me just to think of. And that could be the reason I have so many cousins as well, because I believe that they had families beforehand and they like merged the siblings and like had kids after they remarried, like each pair. So there's kids from each marriage and each, and which is why the family is so big. So gives a little context to why there's so many kids. So yeah, shout out to my aunts and uncles and my grandparents. Thank you for being in my life. The ones that are actually in my life. The ones that aren't in my life, no hard feelings towards you because I just don't care about you. Now, it sounds harsh to say, but I just don't know anything about them. And yeah, I really just like don't have any feelings towards them, like at all. Like I can't like even come up with an emotion that I would feel. If anything, like thanks for helping my parents be who they became, I guess. And on that note, let's talk about my parents. Mom, Dad, I love you guys. Thank you for helping me become the person that I am today. I hope that I am making you guys proud in some aspect, and that me doing what I want is what you guys want for me. I know a lot of the times that sometimes when kids are doing what they want, it's not exactly what their parents had thought of or necessarily knew about, and I can only hope that me trying to believe in myself and follow my dreams and do what I think is best for me, regardless of if it is or not, is making you guys proud. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say with that statement. Thank you for teaching me about myself and helping me learn how to be a good person. Thank you for all of the wonderful life lessons and raising me giving me things that I need, giving me things that I want, and thank you for being willing to communicate with me. When I first came to Japan, I believe it was a few months after I'd gotten here, I hopped on a video call with my parents, and if you remember the warning that I said at the start of the video, that was actually something that my mom told me when I told her I was thinking about starting this series when my 29th birthday was coming around. She gave me advice on kind of like what to talk about, how to talk about it, and what people might be okay with and not okay with, and I've kind of tried to stick to that mantra to make sure that I'm not unnecessarily saying things that don't need to be said or shared, or private moments that should stay private, while also still sharing parts of my life that I want to share with people that they deserve to know about because it's who I am. So hopefully I haven't said anything that would make you guys just absolutely hate me. I might have said things that you guys were disappointed in, or that made you sad, or maybe things that you didn't agree with, but at the end of the day, I feel like that you know me and you kind of understand where I'm coming from, regardless of whether you agree with what I'm saying. And I haven't gotten any angry messages privately from you guys, so I think that I haven't said anything too crazy. But yeah, that's it for my family now. I love all of you guys, mom and dad, siblings, cousins, aunts, uncles, grandparents, all the family. I really do appreciate you guys. And to briefly kind of talk about something else regarding family, to all those that are watching this and maybe don't have a family or don't have a good relationship with family or anything like that, don't forget, especially like with the video that I made last week, you can find other families. It doesn't mean you have to like leave your main family behind if you also get along with them, but like you can find families with your friends. You can find families in communities of people that like doing what you do. Keep looking, those people are out there. You just have to be yourself and enjoy the things that you enjoy doing, and people will be drawn to that, and you can consider those people your family if your actual family doesn't enjoy you or you don't have a good relationship with them. Or you can have both. Even if you have your family and they enjoy you, you can also find another family as well. And for those wondering, future Mitch and his family, I don't know what that looks like. I am not sure about me and getting married and having kids. I'm going to be honest, I don't know, especially getting older and especially with where I'm at with finances and life and a job. I'm not sure when that would happen, if it will happen. And yeah, that's kind of what it will look like in the future. If anything, if future me is watching this, I hope future family me is happy if that happens. And if not, I hope you're also happy. Because who knows? I have no prospects or dating life to speak of right now, and don't know if that's going to change very soon. We'll see. Not necessarily not dating, but it's not something that I've really had priority with for a couple of years now. So no idea if that is going to happen or kids or anything like that. But I'm rambling, so I'm going to end the family video there. One more time, guys, I love you all. Thank you so much for being my family, including those watching. You are my YouTube family. Congratulations. I also love you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by another week. I really do appreciate you guys stopping by every single week. My name is Mitch. This has been I'm Turning 30, the Family Edition, and I will see you guys again next week. Peace.